I'm going to share with you how to rapidly grow your network on LinkedIn and get more connections really quickly. But I'm also going to get you to consider, is it really worth it? Hey, how's it going? Ryan Caswell from b2bleads.com, and today we're going to be talking about how to grow your network quickly on LinkedIn. But first, I really want to preface this with, is this really something that's worth doing? Is it something that you're just doing because you think it's what you should be doing? Are you growing your network so you can get a bigger number? Or is this to grow your business and get more leads, get more conversations, and get more sales? Because they're not necessarily connected. It's very easy to grow your network and get more connections on LinkedIn. But another question is this something you want to do to actually grow your business? So how do you get the connections in a way that then quickly translates into conversations and then sales? So just to really quickly give you a bit of an idea, this is what I mean by connecting to people. So we'll take a look at the computer here. I just went to random person's page, Alex. If you want to connect with someone, the beauty of connecting with a person on LinkedIn and having a bigger network, more connections, is it means that you can freely talk backwards and forward to this person. Otherwise, you're only limited to a connection message. So if you click on connect, you can either just send a connection message with no text whatsoever, or you can put a little bit of a brief in here. You can use text automators. I normally send that before a meeting with someone if I haven't connected with them yet. But basically you can put a bit of text in here and then send a connection message and get them to join your network. So like I said, the advantage of growing your network is that it gives you the ability to freely talk back and forward to these people as you need to. Now, if you're growing a network for business, you want to be connecting with people who are likely going to help drive your business as well. You want them to be decision makers, you want them to be potential clients. So there's really two things you need to consider when growing your network and growing it fast. Like most things in marketing, it really comes down to a case of your conversion rate. So as you reach out to people, how many of those people actually convert into a connection? And then of course, once you get your conversion as high as you think is reasonable, how do you then increase that volume so that you can grow this quickly? So when it comes to actual conversion, the best thing to do, especially if this is for actually generating sales, is to get people to connect based on the value you can bring, not just connect for connection's sake. This is what most people tend to do wrong on LinkedIn. So you want to get people to connect for the value you can bring. So as an example, I'll quickly show you mine. If we take a look at the screen here, this is one I'm testing at the moment, and it's working really effectively because it does a few things right. So I'll quickly read it out to you. Hey, my name's Ryan. I run an Aussie lead gen company. So Aussie, if I'm targeting other Aussies and other Australians, I say Aussie because it helps differentiate me from all the other, crap from overseas that people tend to have a negative mindset towards. So I'm establishing that I am local and I understand the market. These are all things that sort of people tend to have subconsciously going on in their head. I share a lot of free content and training on lead generation. What's in it for me factor, something that's going to be of benefit to them if they're to connect. And I have a money back guarantee on all our services. Credibility, this builds credibility because if we have a money back guarantee, it suggests that we're good at what we do. Check out my profile, they can learn more there to see that I'm not just talking crap. If any of this sounds useful, now or in the future, it'd be great to connect. If they connect, it's because something that I've talked about here is of use or sounds useful to them. So this helps to set the tone of the conversation so that we can actually begin a dialogue around what we actually want it to be around. So this is a really good structure. I should have more structures on my website if you head there to get an idea of different ways to start conversations. It depends on industry, what you're selling, services, SaaS product. It changes a little bit, but you really want to hit, some sort of what's in it for me factor and credibility build to get people to connect. And you want it to be around the value that you can bring. Really important. So if you get that right, not only will this increase your connection rate, but it's actually going to help you connect with the right people for the right reasons. So the next question is, all right, once we get that right, how do we get the volume up? So the volume is, well, first things first, having a defined template or process that you can use repeatedly without having to come up with a new message, custom message for every single person every day. So long as you have a defined audience and the message makes sense to that audience, then that's the first step in scaling up, because you're not reinventing the wheel every single person you reach out to connect with. Now, even that is quite time consuming and repetitive. So then you got another couple of options. You can use an assistant to help you get that volume up with messages, or you can use automation software as well. So there's a bunch of different automation software. They all do more or less the same thing. They just help you scale up what is a fairly defined process already. Once you get the engagement, then you want to have an actual human conversation. You can't use robots for this the entire way through. So remember, you want to get your conversion up by having the right message for the right person, and then you get your volume up by having a process and then using either delegation or automation. And then what you want to do beyond that is, get your team to implement the same process to grow the network on their accounts. There's a few other ways you can grow it as well, but these are the core foundations to get your network growing fast, but not just fast with the right people, with potential clients, and actually have that turn into sales. So hope that's been helpful. I'm Ryan from b2bleads.com. As always, have a great day. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you found it useful, and remember to hit that like and subscribe button if you found it useful. And if you didn't find it useful, you didn't like it, hit that like and subscribe button as well. Just do it ironically.